Big night here, of course, at Kingdom of Chaos. We know that the undisputed King of Chaos title going to be on the line as the greedy souls collide. Danny Jones finally putting his title on the line against Brendan White later on. Rayne Leverkusen defending the Maiden of Chaos title against Emerson Jane. Knights of Chaos title on the line as well. Rising Tide against Lyos Gym. And of course, the last ever match of Nick Riley all coming up tonight.
Yeah, a big night. And we are starting off in a pretty big way here. Nico Angelo with a big point to prove, and then, well, an even bigger point to prove for Zozoya in his debut match.
We want to thank you wherever you are, whether you're joining us Chaos On Demand or on YouTube. Getting a taste of what Pro Wrestling Chaos is all about. You saw this on the ring of the bell there, a little glimpse of how fast Zosiah can be. He's extremely comfortable inside those ropes.
Yeah, he's a quick boy. He's like a cat. And look at him now, attacking his prey.
Yeah, Fireman's carry takedown early on there from Zosiah. I'm not sure if Nico Angelo wants to get down on the mat there with Zosiah. We talked about that amateur wrestling background, and that's where Zosiah has one of his many strengths.
Nearly throwing him out the ring there, Dave. I wish he'd do that to you, to be honest.
Well, I don't have any plans on getting into the ring.
Well,
especially when you've got someone as dangerous as Nico Angelo as an opponent like Zosiah has right now.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough contest for Zosiah in his debut match. As I said before, Nico has a lot of points to prove. He wants that championship, we know it. And he seems like he's really focused.
Well, as ever, it does seem like Nico Angelo has a chip on his shoulder. That's not a piece of news, I guess, because that's often the case. But as I said, he lost that All-Wales Championship last year in a four-way match, the main event here at Kingdom of Chaos, when those titles were unified. He wasn't pinned in losing that title, so he's resented that, I think, for the past 12 months. Had that back and forth, that rivalry for my God, for much of 2024 with Brendan White that didn't go his way, and then he believes he should have won the Chaos Rumble as well. So Angelo with plenty of grievances here.
He's got a point, to be fair. It's not his fault he lost, right? So no wonder he is acting like this.
Ooh. Boot to the face there. Zosiah. Another kick. Zosiah loves to use his legs as weapons. Taking out Angelo.
He's so long. There's no way Nico was getting anywhere out of dodge from that.
Yeah, that very flexible frame does Zosiah. Very agile. Zosiah, whose ability down on the canvas matched by his acrobatic skill.
Oh, that was different.
Yeah, everything about the movement of Zosiah, so fascinating to watch. And Zosiah here, going to take the run up. Shoulder thrust. He got caught in midair on the shoulder thrust. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Nonetheless, able to land on his feet somehow. Zosiah gets himself out of trouble, but then he ran into the elbow from Angelo.
Did his tooth just fly out? Did you see that, Dave?
Yeah, I don't know. It could have. It looked like a hell of an impact.
Oh!
And speaking of impacts, there's a couple more from Angelo. Angelo just wrenching that leg, twisting it over the middle rope. And you know why? I just said that Zosiah uses those legs as weapons. His kicks are really devastating if he's able to land them, and I think Angelo realizes that, trying to neutralize that threat and doing a pretty good job of it as well.
Yeah, that's really smart from Nico. I mean, conveniently, it's not his fault that Nico, well, it's not his fault that Zozoya, was in that position there. He just took advantage, and hey, well, looks like he's got in the driver's seat right now, so.
Yeah, Angelo, always ruthless in there. One of the people talked about who's found just how ruthless Angelo can be was Visage, who was just, quite honestly, in the wrong place at the wrong time after the Chaos Rumble. Last time we were here in December, ended up facing Angelo in a match in February, and Angelo proving again why he's one of the best in the UK right now.
Yeah, he was a very angry boy at that time. I don't think Visage stood a chance.
He'll be angry again if he loses to a debuting Zosiah tonight at Kingdom of Chaos. Got a handful of hair there.
Yes.
The pin from Angelo and the kick out after the count of two. Referee not happy with the hair pull. Referee Stu Waters, who by the way is 1-0 himself in matches in this venue.
Fluke. If I'm honest, absolute fluke. I don't think Stu deserves to have a title like that. I mean, put him in there against Nico.
He got a better record than you, hasn't he?
What?
He has a better record than you do.
No, I've broke the record for the amount of time in the Rumble.
Did you win the Rumble?
No,
No, so you're 0-1. As Angelo wrenching the neck here of Zosiah. The point of the elbow right into the skull. This is what Angelo does so well. You get someone like Zosiah who comes out here a ball of energy, and Angelo just able to just neutralize that threat very, very quickly. You can hear he's taking a lot of the fans out of the game as well. Zosiah, though, trying to kick back from a horizontal base, and Angelo quickly quietens that down. Getting on top for the cover. And a kick out on 2.
I don't fault Zozoya's no quit attitude here, but by the looks of it, Nico has a point to prove, and he's just going to use Zozoya to prove that point. So I think it's going to be the end very, very soon here, Dave.
He looks like he's lining up possibly for the Void Walker. Here's Nico Angelo. Trying to drag him up, and it looks like Zosiah's done his homework, knows what Angelo is trying to do. Stamping on that left leg again. More damage done.
Yeah, he won't be trying that again, will he, Zozoya?
Angelo with a very smart, albeit very ruthless game plan. And having lessened the resistance of our freestyler. Try and yank him up a second time here for the Void Walk. Another counter from Zosiah. Zosiah gets him up and drops him. Brainbuster from Zosiah. Dropped him right on the back of his neck. And the man with the black heart of gold suddenly finds himself in trouble.
But can Zozoya capitalise here? He looks like his leg's really giving him some... Oh, he's doing some jumps. Is he all right?
I think he's trying to get that blood flowing again through the left leg, get some feeling back into it. Zosiah with the run up here. The second time. Looks like the left leg may have given out on him there, but he just kept on going, just powered through it. Now with Angelo up on his shoulders. Drops him overhead. Zosiah getting on top for the side press, and a 2 count for Zosiah before the kick out from Nico Angelo.
That's it now, Zozoya. You need to keep moving, keep those legs going. If you want to keep someone like Nico down, you've got to keep trying. Come on.
Zosiah, one of those athletes, in the time we've seen him here in the UK, we know that he's someone who really does live off adrenaline, and he loves the roar of the crowd. Such a popular young man, very likable.
I know exactly what that's like.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What?
Never mind. Angelo kicking the left leg. Look at him. Listen to that, screaming at Zosiah. And Zosiah went for the drop kick. Angelo telegraphed it, held onto the ropes. Zosiah comes back. Angelo didn't see that one coming. Zosiah only got that strength in one leg. You saw him holding the left leg up.
Didn't get all of that pin then. He could have had an upset victory against Nico if he'd just kind of, pinned him properly. I'd say that knee giving out. I wonder how much more he's going to be able to take in this match, how he's going to withstand in this match.
And again, you've got to think, given the results that Angelo had in this building in 2024, given the success he has when he's not in this building, is he starting to wonder about that supposed curse that he has here? Angelo on the apron. Zosiah, the forearm right to the face. Referee is imploring Zosiah to bring it back into the ring. Slap from Angelo. Angelo still just mouthing off here. Kick to the leg. That was the right leg that time, but Angelo doing a number on both of those limbs, it seems.
Luring him in then. This is it. Whoa!
Caught him with a leaping clothesline there.
That's it. Nico got him angry. And look what happened. He capitalised. He's a smart boy, is Nico Angelo. And I don't think that curse is going to last much longer, Dave.
Angelo up on the top rope. The headbutt, though. And there's that. Angelo is tumbling down to the floor. That height of Zosiah helping him out there.
Forget I said anything. Nico's done for. What's Zosiah got planned?
You're so fickle.
Oh!
Dived and it was a miss. Angelo went out of the way, and I think that Zosiah may have jarred that leg a bit more on the way on the landing there.
Yeah, you can see the pain on him.
Angelo again just exploiting the opening. Angelo throwing Zozoya under that bottom rope. Gets it back into the ring.
He isn't moving, Dave. Zozoya is prone.
Like a wounded animal, isn't he, with that left leg?
Yup. That's it. Nico, finish it off. Come on.
What's this, though? Zozoya on the good leg. Getting up there, trying to again shake some feeling. Back into that left one. And I don't know what Zozoya is thinking he's going to do here.
No way. He can't.
Has he got the power to base himself, though? Needs to have enough strength in both legs. You can see Angelo once more honing in on that weakness. Ooh. Now Angelo. Again, just trying to talk to Zozoya, making it seem like Zozoya has no hope here.
Just fall down, Zozoya.
Zozoya doesn't understand the meaning of the word quit. Zozoya's got a hold of Nico Angelo. The Spanish Fly, the movie was taught by the great A-Kid, Zozoya with the cover, and it's a kick out on 2 for Angelo.
I honestly don't know how Zozoya is standing. Those knees have taken a beating. Nico, you're on Dream Street, pal. Get moving.
Here comes Zozoya. No, left leg goes down. A knee to the face from Angelo. He may have knocked Zozoya out cold here. No, he hasn't. Right shoulder came up for Zozoya, but he continues to be in trouble, and the end may be coming.
Yeah, I don't think he knows where he is.
Angelo looking for the split personality. Zozoya lifts him up. How he did that, essentially on one leg, I don't know, but it didn't last. Angelo with the glancing blow of the kick. He's got him up this time. Hooks that left. Gets the split personality on Zozoya.
Good night.
Hook of the leg, and Angelo wins against El Freestyler.
Are you stupid?
Trivet looking at the entranceway, but wait. Turn around, Spike.
Oh, no. No, this isn't fair. Spike, watch out. Spike.
Trivet finally sees him. And Harrison Bennett with 4 months of pent-up rage going after Spike Trivet.
How is this?
Trivet thrown over the top by Bennett. Bennett is here. Bennett is here.
How is this fair, Dave? Harrison Bennett doesn't show up, right? He doesn't show up for months. And all of a sudden he comes and cheats to get the upper hand on Spike.
Oh my God, overhand chop that was by
It's the least he
Trivet.
deserves.
Trivet that time though hitting the steel as Bennett moved out of the way. What an elbow smash that was from Harrison Bennett. As we were saying before Trivet came out here and interrupted Jade, our ring announcer, Trivet, as he alluded to himself, threw Harrison Bennett out of the Chaos Rumble back in December in this building, costing Bennett the Undisputed King of Chaos title. He's got a chair here.
Whoa.
Well, I don't think the match hasn't started yet.
Well,
when it does start, it's not a no disqualification match.
Well, put that down.
Trivet lured him in there. Almost wanted Bennett to swing the chair. And he just slams him down on the floor.
It's the least he deserves, Dave. All right? Spike's telling the truth. He's coming out, pouring his heart to these fans.
And again, Trivet now has the chair. And that's thrown by Bennett into the face of Trivet, but it's not a disqualification. It can't be. The match hasn't begun.
Referee, do your job.
Trivet has spent the past 3 or 4 months claiming that Harrison Bennett's a coward, that we'd never see him again in Pro Wrestling Chaos. Well, that's been proved wrong here. What's he doing here?
Oh, no.
Bennett removing the padding.
This is unethical.
Now, totally hard floor. Bennett looks like he's here to hurt Trivet tonight.
No.
Oh, he's gonna hit the baseline. He's gonna hit the baseline off of the apron. Trivet panicking here. Trivet realizing
That's it. Keep hitting him.
He couldn't have possibly survived that. Trivet getting back to a vertical base, poking Bennett in the eyes and sending him into the ring post. This is out of control between these two.
Out of control. He basically just saved himself from being impaled with the floor.
Smash to the face of Bennett.
That's it. Do it again.
Another one and another one. Now look at this from Trivet. Trivet's like a man possessed here against Bennett.
Well, if you've got a mad maniac like Harrison Bennett trying to attack you a bunch, of course you're going to do that, right? Why are you not agreeing with me?
I'm just worried about how out of hand this has already got between these two. Well, now it's getting into the ring. Trivet with obviously a clear advantage, having gained the upper hand on the outside.
Regardless, following the rules now, as he was doing the whole time, but Harrison
What
Bennett
rules?
wasn't.
We weren't even in a match.
Harrison Bennett tried to get the upper hand, cheating.
Referee is checking that Bennett's even able to go here. And now the bell's going to ring. And this match now officially underway, so if there was a chair involved at this point, it wouldn't be legal, unlike what happened on the outside a few moments ago. Bennett holding on to that rope as Trivet trying to send him across the ring. Trivet, the vulture, is one of the most dangerous mean streaks I think we've ever seen here in Chaos. Throwing Bennett over his head. Trivet has been told since his arrival in Chaos in December that he has to beat Harrison Bennett before he can consider himself a number one contender. He's had victories in the meantime over Hashype and Charlie Sterling. Sterling, a former King of Chaos as well.
Well, he's doing the amicable thing. See that big word, amicable? He's doing that for these fans, and yet they treat him with complete disrespect.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right use of the word amicable, but never mind. There's a snap
But
of
do
the
you understand
fingers.
what I'm saying here, Dave?
Barely. But go on.
Spike is doing the right thing. He wants to prove that. Oh!
Here comes Bennett.
Hands up! That's it. Get on him, Spike. Get on him.
Settling into a fight. It's like a fight in a pub here. Doesn't even resemble a wrestling match. It's a brawl between
You wouldn't know
Bennett
what that
and
is,
Trivet.
Dave.
I'm sure you've been in loads of pub brawls yourself, have you?
No, I always win with my good looks and charm.
Uppercuts here from Harrison Bennett in the corner. So he gets back into this. I think Trivet genuinely didn't expect that Bennett was going to show up tonight. I'm not sure Trivet is prepared for this.
Exactly my point from before. He's been blindsided.
I mean, the match was announced. He must have known there's some possibility that Bennett shows up. Surely the drop kick to the back of the head.
No, because Bennett's a coward. I've said this. Are you listening, Dave?
No,
Are you listening to me?
I tried my best never to
Bennett,
listen to you.
He completely disappeared. Abandoned these fans, right? And now he comes back and expects to...
Well, you can't really expect Harrison Bennett to be in a great mood after what happened to him at the Chaos Rumble. It was, if you remember, this time last year, Kingdom of Chaos, when he unified those titles, the match we talked about earlier, became the first ever undisputed King of Chaos. And tried for the kick there. What a difference a year makes, having been taking that title away from him. And then Trivet, they just dropping his leg over the rope.
Completely legal, as he's been doing.
We saw the damage that was done to Zozoya's leg in the previous match against Nico Angelo, and Trivet trying to take a page out of Angelo's book here against Bennett.
Oh!
Spear from Trivet.
Leaving it all on the line for these fans. Yet they still boo him and cheer this.
I mean, what do you expect them to do? You heard it. You heard the torrent of abuse he threw in the direction of the fans.
All I heard, apart from that thunderous chop, is truth. Spike is doing the right thing. If he beats Harrison Bennett, he is the uncrowned, to be crowned, number one contender, right? That's fair. Harrison Bennett should have just stayed away.
Look at him getting in the face of members of the Chaos Club in the front row.
They need to learn. They need to learn what true professionalism is what
True professionalism? It's getting in the face of paying customers. Our fans here.
You think they're actual paying customers? Come on.
Or you think they snuck in through the fire exit?
It is Bristol. Come on.
What does that mean?
You know, Dave.
Now, Trivet is going to he's going to try and end this, I think.
Yes, end it now.
Look at the Tower of Silence, and you can see that Bennett went down to a knee, trying to block here. Trivet going for the double underhook.
Come on, Spike, unlock that true potential, baby.
Bennett, great job of resisting there on the part of Bennett, but taken down to a knee with another vicious shot from a vicious human being. Use the term human being loosely when it comes to Trivet.
That's just mean.
Puts him up again. Can he get him? No. Bennett. Linebuster. Now, Bennett could get on top of him here. He could go for the cover, could Bennett? I think he wants to do more damage. Harrison Bennett wants to do more damage. Bring the boot in.
That's stupid, isn't it?
Another boot from Harrison Bennett, who's just seeing red here. Everything that Spike Trivet has done to him, has said about him in these past 4 months, just boiling to the surface for the former undisputed King of Chaos, Harrison Bennett. Had to be almost forcefully removed from the corner there.
Ref said to get him away, he's dangerous.
Went for the, what you saying, kick. Trivet taking advantage of the fact that Bennett just seems almost blinded by rage here against Trivet.
Oh,
burying the knee into the ribs. Could do some internal damage there to Bennett, could Trivet.
Yeah, he's going to struggle breathing when he goes to bed tonight. But he should have capitalised. Why didn't he pin him? He had a complete opening then. Yet he wants to try and stab. But this is just by proxy of what's happened. Dave.
Trivet is looking at it. Disgusting. A gob of spit coming from the mouth of Trivet, flying out of the ring.
Oh, he's just expressing himself. Come on.
Expressing himself by spitting.
Well, what do you do when you express yourself?
I don't spit at people.
Yeah, you talk too much.
Trivet getting...
Wait, referee!
Eyes raked. Well, Trivet did something very similar to Bennett a few minutes ago. Bennett with a shot on that. What a right hand. Break the man's jaw, for God's sake.
He's done. That's it, Spike. End it. Unlock that true potential. You are the crowned #1 contender to the undisputed King of Chaos. Tell everyone.
What are you looking for here? Trivet maybe trying for a superplex on Harrison Bennett.
Yeah, he's shutting him up for good here, Dave.
And he's going to get it off the top. Trivet is going for the cover, draping an arm on Bennett. Gets that right shoulder up, but very much in the nick of time. Must have been, 0.1 of a second left for Bennett there. The superplex almost putting Bennett down. And can you imagine after these 4 months away, just stewing, getting more and more furious about Spike Trivet, if Bennett were to come back here tonight, one of the biggest nights of the year at Kingdom of Chaos, and lose to Trivet, what would that do to the fragile psyche of Harrison Bennett?
Well, I think he's already in that state now. I think he just needs to accept that Spike Trivet has surpassed him. He's surpassed him. He is the number one.
Surpassed him. He's only had 3 matches here in Pro Wrestling Chaos.
Yeah. And how many has he won?
Well, he's won every one of his 2 singles matches.
Exactly.
He went a long way in the Chaos Rumble as well.
Yeah, but who lost the Chaos Rumble? Who lost the title in the Chaos Rumble?
Harrison Bennett lost the title. We all know that.
And he's going to lose again right now.
There's Trivet laying in wait on the middle turnbuckle. What a right hand from Bennett. Right hand from Bennett gets him back in the contest. Bennett sets him up for the baseline.
That's it.
Well, now you've got to pin him.
Do it. If you want to win, Harrison, you've got to do it.
Yeah, now he gets on top. Bennett draping an arm on top, but he took too long. The damage that had been done to him meant it took, 5 or 10 seconds there for Bennett to get to the cover. Just enough time for Trivet to recuperate, enough to kick out.
He clearly isn't thinking straight. He should have had that. That has put away many competitors. To be fair, he was champion for a long time, and that was a staple in his arsenal.
It's a movie's used time and time again to win the title, to retain the title.
So why couldn't he get the job done now?
And hang on. Bennett.
We
might be going to try and hit Trivet's own hold. We've got the double underhook, and Trivet able to escape through the ropes.
That's it. So smart, so smart.
Again, I'm not sure that was smart from Bennett, though, because no one knows that hold better than Spike Trivet, the man who uses it as a finishing move. So Bennett just feels like, again, he's so angry at Spike Trivet. He wanted to humiliate Trivet with Trivet's own move, and it might not have been the best decision.
No, he would have already won by now. What's he doing?
He's got the chair.
Oh, yes, all right then.
That's that chair that came into play before the match began.
This guy, man.
Trivet.
What?
Yeah, trying to flee here. Cowering.
Referee!
Yeah, Bennett, again, he needs to think carefully. Bennett needs to think carefully.
Wait.
If he uses a chair, then Trivet's going to win this by disqualification.
Hit him!
Trivet realises he wants him to hit him.
Yeah, go on then, do it!
If he does this, then Trivet gets what he wants.
Why? He's clearly going to do it,
Don't
Dave.
do it, Bennett.
Get it done.
Don't do it.
Go on if you're so angry at him. Hit him. Hit him.
Look at Trivet. Trivet trying everything to get Bennett to hit him. Oh, Bennett. Another low blow. The referee was getting rid of the chair. The better angels of Harrison Bennett's nature meant he wouldn't use the chair. And he's going to pay a price. Trivet with the low blow. And now the Tower of Silence from the Vulture. Not like this, surely. Oh my God, Spike Trivet. Trivet just beat Harrison Bennett.
Introducing first to my left, your challengers, the team of the Brooklyn Lykos 2 and Wolverhampton Lykos Gym!
Again getting in the face of Leon Cage.
It's just business.
And to my right, the team of Shane Hook and Leon Cage. They are your reigning and defending Knights of Chaos, Rising Tide.
A reminder there of the response that Rising Tide got in December when they won the titles. Another roar from the crowd to welcome Leon Cage and Shane Hook.
Yeah, I've got to admit that was a big response. Just like me, but hey, like I said before, shut up, Dave. I'm sick of this. Admire
All
me.
right,
Shut up.
I'll leave it.
Can we just watch the wrestling, please?
Yeah, well, maybe
Big
try not to
match.
make it about yourself. There's the bell. And we're starting off with the original Kid Lykos against Shane Hook. I said we haven't seen Lyos Gym in a couple of years. We have seen Kid Lykos in singles competition, of course, back in February against our reigning undisputed King of Chaos, Danny Jones.
Look at this experience already.
Yeah, and he's going to say Kid Lykos has won singles championships as well as tag titles. As Leon Cage now into the ring.
What's he doing? Look, see, Lykos trying to calm everyone down.
Slap her across the face. The disrespect that Kid Lykos is showing to Leon Cage is. I wonder if this is a deliberate strategy, because Leon is the youngest man in the match, still just 18. And Kid Lykos, the original Kid Lykos, the most experienced in the match, for 10 years the senior of Leon Cage. At 28 years of age is Lykos. Now here's Lykos 2, the protege of Kid Lykos in Lykos Gym. These two lightning fast, both of them.
Whoa.
An exchange here between Leon Cage and Lykos 2. Speaking of lightning fast, here comes Shane Hook. Double team, tandem offense from Rising Tide. Hook's the legal man. He'll get one count only there on Kid Lykos 2.
Leon's already too focused on Lykos. He needs to be focused on his partner. They've got tag titles to defend.
Leon Cage now tagging in.
See?
Yeah, Cage. If he is trying to play mind games here, Kid Lykos, I think it might be working, because Cage does seem a little bit preoccupied by the man on the apron, not the man in the ring. Snapmare takedown from Shane Hook. And again, the double team offense from the Knights of Chaos. Hook once more will try for the win. Another 1 count for Shane Hook. We've seen that since they won the titles, Rising Tide, that they've been able to defeat opponents who are not like them. They've had a win against the Blockbusters, a heavyweight tag team. Proves that they can win against much larger opponents. Here they're back against a team who are similar to them, I guess, in terms of speed and agility. Lykos taking Cage off of the apron.
He's just trying to tear the ring in half. We know this. He's trying to get his team in the upper hand. It's just tag team wrestling, Dave.
Yeah, it's classic tag team strategy for Lykos Gym, and it speaks to that experience that we said they've had. Tag team championships all around the UK. They've competed all around Europe as well and beyond.
And it's that Going to be just too much for, very unorthodox.
Send him to turnbuckle and put his boot up there as well for extra damage. Yeah, Kid Lykos knows what he's doing in there. No doubt about it. Here comes Lykos too. See how Lykos just holding Shane Hook in the corner, moving out of the way at the exact right moment so Lykos 2 could get him. There was no chance of Hook moving out of the way.
There's a reason that they've been tag champions pretty much everywhere. Taking the British scene by storm.
They go for the cover here to Kid Lykos 2. This is the first time, though, that they've had a shot at the Knights of Chaos Championships, Lyos Gym.
It's about time.
Kick across the chest and a kick out by Shane Hook. By the way, we wonder which of these two teams will be the Knights of Chaos as we head into the next time we're with you. Total Chaos, June 7th at the Ashton Park Sports Centre. Tickets available for that right now at ProWrestlingChaos.com. One of the most unpredictable nights of the year is Total Chaos.
Yeah, anything can happen in Total Chaos. But I think I know that we're going to have new tag team champions, new Knights of Chaos in Lyos Gym today. Oh, yes.
Again, Lykos
very good.
Focusing on Cage. Look at the beat down here from Lykos. Cage isn't even a legal man. It's a snap suplex on the outside. Shane Hook trying to come to the aid of his partner.
Very good.
Just a rake to the eyes there from Kid Lykos. And the Chaos Club were applauding both of these teams when they came out. But if you excuse the pun, the tide is turning, I think, against Kid Lykos.
Yeah, well, claps don't get you championships. Do you know what does? Winning wrestling matches, all right? And that's what Lykos plans to do.
That was incisive analysis. There's a cover from Lykos after the neck breaker, a 2 count there.
I just get claps anyway because I'm Joe Blazer and everyone admires me, all right? But I still win wrestling matches, so yeah. That's exactly what Lyos Gym are doing right now.
I've heard about you getting the clap.
What?
Here's another wear down attempt by Kid Lykos. Shane Hook back to a vertical base, getting in those body shots.
Oh.
Reversal of the Irish whip.
Yeah, see?
Drop kick.
Experience over the youth every day, baby. Every day.
You'd have to say, if you had to picture how the first, 5 or so minutes of this match would want to go for Lyos Gym, it'd be pretty much this. They've wrestled an almost perfect match of the challenges here so far.
Just a day in the office for Lyos Gym, this. And this, I was just about to say, we've not seen Leon Cage move.
He's just dragged himself back up to the apron. But this victimization of Cage by Kid Lykos has been a very effective tactic, I think. And now it's Shane Hook who's finding himself inside the ring as the legal man for the champions for an extended period of time.
Yeah, he ain't going anywhere. Whoa.
Hook trying to get to the corner. Lykos 2 trying to stop him from doing so.
That's it, smart. Lykos right back in.
Yeah, quick tag from Lykos 2. He did it before Hook could get anywhere close to Cage. Lykos looking for the brainbuster.
Whoa.
This time he might get the tag. Yes, he will. Here comes Cage. Cage with a chance, a little bit of retribution here against the man who's been tormenting him through this match. Look at him go here, Cage. Cage, I'm not sure, was fully in control of himself there. Taking out Lykos 2 with a suplex. Hands on his feet, there's Cage. Cage kick to the face of Kid Lykos. He enjoyed that one.
Landing on his dome.
Leon Cage ascending up to the top.
Yes.
Well, again,
so smart.
Yeah, so very smart from Lyos Gym. Lykos 2 moving his partner out of harm's way. Now Leon Cage.
Forget about Lykos 2. Oh!
Double foot stomp. Now turning his attention back to Kid Lykos and the kick round the side of the head from Cage. Leon Cage, we're finally now seeing the best of him here.
He needs to capitalise.
Cage is gonna get Lykos up to his feet, trying to get the tag to Hook, but Lykos too will remove Hook from the apron.
He could have had the upper hand there. He could have beaten him. He could have retained the title.
Okay, a little bit of naivety there from Rising Tide, not to see Lykos 2 coming.
Oh!
And he gets taken down there as a result does Leon Cage. Meanwhile, Lykos 2 ready for the tag.
That's it. We're done, Dave. We're done.
Jawbreaker. Take out of the leg. The PK, twisting senton,
That's
Lykos 2 into the pin, and he gets a 2.5 on Cage.
I've seen that in matches before. I don't know why that didn't then. I admit, Rising Tide have got heart.
Well, I mean, there's a reason they're the Knights of Chaos. You don't just fluke your way to being the Knights of Chaos. They were.
You can do.
They have been a sensation. What are you talking about? Of course you can't.
Look, they're young, they're inexperienced. It's only a matter of time before a more experienced team like Lykos Gym give them the reality
but
check that they
experience
deserve.
isn't everything. There's something for having that resilience, that tenacity, that will to win that we've seen from Cage and Hook.
Whoa!
Here it is again, just improvising. Incredible on defense here from Cage. He's tagged in Hook.
Whoa!
And Hook, springboard double missile drop kick. Tag from Hook. Leon Cage now.
Lykos 2 nowhere to be seen.
Kid Lykos prone on the canvas. Here comes the 450, but Lykos out of the way. Roll through from Cage.
Whoa!
Cage over the top. Lykos 2 wiped out at ringside. Shane Hook. Hook ends up on the apron. Very acrobatic manner. Look at Hook with the kicks to Lykos. And the springboard moonsault off the second rope. Now one from Hook for good measure. The pin from, oh my God, from Cage. I've already had him. It's a kick out. Just by the narrowest of margins there by Kid Lykos.
Yeah, well, Kid Lykos has been in the exact same position that Shane Hook and Leon Cage have been in before, are in right now, sorry, all right? He's got heart, he's got tenacity, he's got all the other words you said. It's going to take a lot more than that to beat Kid Lykos and Lykos 2.
Oh, Hook sent back towards Cage. Yeah, Lykos, they were smart to it.
They've every trick in the book.
Yeah, it was meant to be a smart bit of play there by Rising Tide. Got turned against them by Lyos Gym. Double foot stomp across the back. From that neck break position. The senton off the middle rope.
New jabs.
Cage will roughly tackle Lykos into his partner. And a pile up breaks up the pin.
I thought we had new champs then. I don't know how Leon Cage even knew where he was then to pull that off.
It was desperate measures by Leon Cage, but it worked for now. You still don't get the sense that Rising Tide have not had as many of the opportunities to win this match as has Lykos Gym. And that has to change. It has to change in a hurry if this young team are going to retain the titles.
That's it. They've got to do it now if they're going to do it at all. Let's see if they can pull it off.
Cage, the elbow into the face, able to fend off Lykos 2 with the kick. Here comes Cage, and Lykos perfectly timed, taking out the leg again. Kick to the back of the head from Lykos 2. Hook fighting back for Rising Tide. Action in both sides of the ring here.
Whoa!
And it's action that goes the way of Lykos Gym, who are looking for the Knights of Chaos titles and got very, very close to winning them there.
I don't know how these young boys are still even moving. They have been hit left, right and centre all across this ring. I don't know how they're still surviving.
And double super kicks there from Lykos Gym on Shane Hook. They've got Hook up on the top. Both members of Lykos Gym. They're going to look for a super brainbuster. Cage not going to allow it to happen. Look at the strikes here from Leon Cage. What a throw.
Referee, check on him.
Lykos 2, now look. Hook gaining his balance.
Wow!
Hurricane Rana off the top. Lykos was on the middle rope, for God's sake. Now Cage tagged in. The 450 this time hits its target. Cage with the pin, and Leon Cage retains the titles for Rising Tide. When that bell rings, as much as they may have been hugging, it's going to be a contest here.
Yeah, I don't think Charlie Sterling's going to let this one slide. He's still a competitor, he's still a fighter, and he still needs to prove he's the better tag team partner.
Yeah, and in that cynical point you made a minute ago about, well, Sterling should be thinking about what's next, there was a grain of truth in that for Sterling does have to go on and go without Nick Riley and think about maybe a singles career, whatever it is that Sterling wants to do after Riley's retirement. And so Sterling really doesn't want to lose here. He's got to move on. He's got to build up momentum.
And what happens? Well, all good things must come to an end, and you move on. And that's what Sterling should do right now.
Yeah,
But he just needs to prove one last point that he is the more smoking of the aces. You see what I did there?
Yeah, I did.
Dave, you see what I did there?
Are you proud of that one, are you?
Oh, proud of myself all the time.
You're not one for sentimentality, are you?
Nope. I don't even know what it
Thinking
means.
that Sterling should just move on as these two locking up.
Oh.
I said it would be competitive, and you're seeing it from the very first lock-up here. Sterling stepping back. Going to allow the clean break. I expect this will be contested in a sporting way, but still a very competitive way. It's a handshake.
If I was Sterling, I wouldn't be letting anything up. It's his last match. Doesn't matter if you lose or you... If Nick loses, so what? If that means you have to pummel him to the ground, then that's what you got to do. You got to do.
Yeah, I mean, Sterling clearly is going to want to win this for all the reasons we've already talked about.
Yep.
That's Riley, though, trying to get himself back on top here. Got a hold of that left wrist. Grabs the wrist lock, immediately countered by Sterling. And this is the thing as well in this match. These two, obviously, as best friends, they've travelled the road together. They've got reminiscing with me before the show earlier on today about some of their road stories together. And you know, they know each other so well. It's that one of those situations where you kind of know what your opponent's going to do almost before they do.
Yeah, and that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because they're both, as I say, like you say, there is synergy there. They do know each other. But I think Charlie Sterling's got a few tricks up his sleeve. Just saying.
Riley is looking forward as much as he has loved being a wrestler. He wants to have more time for his family. He's also a huge Aston Villa fan. He's missed out on going to Wembley Stadium today to witness his team in the semi-finals of the FA Cup.
Poor him.
Well, given the result, I think that might have been the right decision for him.
Sports ball.
But the point being that Riley looking forward to being able to enjoy more of those life moments when he's no longer keeping the busy schedule he has been as a pro wrestler. Now he's got the shoulders of Sterling down.
He wasn't slowing down then.
Yeah.
Sterling let up. Nick was going to take advantage, Dave. Are we going to let that happen again?
The thing about Charlie Sterling, Sterling's going to be fine, right? Charlie Sterling, with or without Nick Riley, is one of the finest professional wrestlers that we have in this country. And so I'm excited to see what Sterling does next. But of course, there is a tinge of sadness for anyone who's been a fan of the Smoking Aces that this is the very last time that you'll see them together in a wrestling ring.
Yes, it's all very sad, but if you're Charlie Sterling and knowing that your partner beat you, isn't that going to eat you up a little bit?
Yeah, I think it would for Sterling, because again, Sterling is fiercely competitive.
Well then, any means necessary.
What's your point? We're agreeing.
Well, you just don't like the way you talk.
Sterling here.
Nice.
Incredible speed and agility, particularly for a heavyweight. We always are amazed, I think, by just how good Sterling is in every element of his game. And Riley could have picked an easier opponent, a match that he was likely to win, so he could go out on a high, but that's not Nick Riley's style. He wants to challenge himself against the best. And he's certainly got one of the best here in his tag team partner, as Sterling continuing to dominate down on the canvas.
Is it possible that Nick wants to be like, no, I'm the better tag partner, thank you, bye. And then that would, Charlie's never going to be able to get that chance back, is he?
Well, you think
Do you think he's been kind of selfish, really?
You think Riley might retire out of spite towards his best friend?
No, I'm not saying that, Dave.
There's a headlock. You kind of are.
But if I was Nick and I was going, of course I'd want to beat the person I've been next to the whole time. Of course I'd be like, no, I was the reason this tag team was so successful. Just saying.
Do you ever wonder if you're maybe not a very nice person?
I am adorable. I am admired. I am Joe Blazer, and you are not.
Well, thank God for that. Swing of the hips here, you can see from Charlie Sterling, just trying to get a little bit of momentum so he can get onto his front. That's a better position for him to be in that head scissors. He's going to try and lift himself up. Great balance, great poise from Sterling.
Oh!
He unlocked the situation he was in there. His head was caught between the legs, but he found a way out. Whoa. Sterling, once more, so quick, so agile. Riley goes underneath him. There's a crossbody from Riley, couldn't stay on top of him for the cover. Sterling gets back to his feet, Riley sweeps the leg, goes for the elbow, no one home. Attempted the somersault dive there from Sterling, and no one home for that either. So evenly matched are the Smoking Aces. Mentioned their success here in Chaos, also 3-time tag team champions over in Progress Wrestling, among a long list of accolades that they've had. And there's another handshake, but that was more of a slap of the hand that time, as getting a little less friendly.
Well, what Sterling's doing isn't really working for him right now. See?
Riley's going to try and steal one here.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you, Dave? Yes.
Now Riley, remember there was a time when he went by the name Dirty Dick Riley, and he does know some of the dirtier tricks in the game, does Riley. We saw him prepared to engage in some of that behaviour here.
But I think Sterling's just done the right thing there, in my opinion. Nick looks quite shocked, and rightly, I mean,
yeah, Sterling
didn't he expect it to happen?
Giving him a bit of payback, the strike to the face.
Of course.
Riley, the sunset flip. Going down just for about a 2 count.
Oh!
There's your receipt. Riley, what a shot that was to the face of Sterling.
I don't think this is going to be a nice wrestling match anymore, if I'm honest, Dave.
Well, I think that we could maybe predict that this would go something like this, in that one of them would maybe do something that irked the other, and that the friendly nature we saw at the start would be a little bit compromised. There's the suplex from Riley. He'll try again for the win. Another 2 count. I hope everyone at home is savouring this match. The last time you'll ever see Nick Riley compete, not just here in Chaos, but in any wrestling ring in the world. And once again, we thank you for joining us, whether you're on demand or watching on Pro Wrestling Chaos's YouTube channel. There's the elbow from Riley. Riley will go for another pin attempt here, and another kick out from Sterling.
Who would you pick? Nick or Charlie Sterling? Who would you say was the better one? Just out of curiosity.
Again, it's very hard to pick.
If you had to pick one, if I was like, hey, Dave, I'm going to batter you if you don't tell me, what would you say?
I would call the police and say there's a man threatening me. There's a spinning heel kick from Nick Riley. And another kick out.
My point being...
Don't you have a point?
Yes. I don't think Nick can get the job done.
Well, he's got the job done many, many times in the past 16 years.
Yes. But what I'm saying is I feel like he took a little bit of a backseat when it come to the tag team. And let Charlie kind of lead, take the reins,
hold on,
and help him lead to success. Oh.
Riley trying that double underhook here.
These fans are just disgusting. Fair enough, Charlie. Yeah, you get that.
Riley, the speed of Nick Riley.
What?
Not missing a beat here, isn't Riley? Or it's Sterling.
Tit for tat.
How good are these two? How good are these two? Charlie Sterling into the pin, and this time Riley's turn to kick out. We're going to miss exchanges like that when Riley's gone.
Yeah, these boys are something special. I have to admit it. But like I said before, can Charlie do it on his own, though? I feel like Charlie held the team together, and Nick just wanted all the adulation. All right? I think that Charlie really needs to prove this point.
What a delightful thing to say during the man's retirement match.
Ah, well.
Another near fall for Sterling.
I wish him nothing but the best.
Oh, yeah, clearly.
Oh, go on, Charlie. What are you doing?
Yeah, Sterling thought about taking things to another level, and I think if it was any other opponent, maybe he would have right there. Maybe that hesitation, though, might come back to bite him. He's looking for the backbreaker, and he gets it. And Sterling, he is going to have to be going at full tilt here to beat Riley. He gets another pin attempt there. Again, the hesitation.
I just think Charlie needs to just get it done with now. Put him out of his misery. Let him sit and watch the Villa game, whoever they're playing on the weekend.
It's finished. And they lost.
No, I know, but there's other games, Dave.
Sterling. Don't try and talk football.
Hole in one.
Your analysis of that is almost as bad as your analysis of wrestling.
Oh.
Out to the outside
Whoa.
goes Sterling. And Riley following.
What did I tell you? Charlie should have capitalised before then. He should have took it to that next level, but he didn't.
Well, I said, if you're not going to be full tilt against Nick Riley, it's going to hurt you. Even now, in his last match, we're seeing Nick Riley continuing to be able to and be willing to put his body on the line as he dove through the ropes there.
That is true. That was very impressive.
Where is this headed between these two? They're all the way on the outside. Referee Oscar Harding trying to get them to come back in, but it would be a brave referee who would end a match like this in a count out. So he's going to show some leniency here, I'm sure. Oh, man.
Well, the brothers are fighting now. The question is, who's the stronger, who's the better brother?
Sterling with a very strong chop. What is this?
Oh, come on.
They're getting further from the ring, not nearer to it.
He's sending him own packet. Oh, what?
Sterling just sent Riley into one of those walls there out in the crowd.
I think it's about time of what Charlie's doing. Joey said it's about him. And I think he's right. Send Nick home packing. I'm sorry, Nick. Big respect.
What's he got here?
What?
Has he got a chair?
No.
Hard to see from where we are. He thought about it. And Riley out of the way. Sterling colliding with the wall. Sterling, though, gets the boot up. Bit of hesitation on Riley's part that time.
No.
What is Sterling climbing up? He's climbed up onto that ledge.
Is he proving a point? Whoa!
Oh, moonsault. Riley out of the way. The super kick from Riley. Now Riley's up there.
Go out with a blaze of glory, Riley. Why not?
Nick Riley getting them clapping along at the Yale Leisure Centre.
Whoa!
Somersault dive off the ledge into Charlie Sterling. And Nick Riley, as daredevil as ever, and his final time in a wrestling ring. Well, he needs to get back in that wrestling ring at some point. He took a risk, it paid off. Now if he can get Sterling back within the confines of the squared circle there, he could try and finish the job. Can he pin those shoulders down to the canvas for the count of 3?
Is he the better smoking ace? That's the question I'm wanting to know. I need to know. Has he got what it takes in his last match?
Riley off the top. Sterling ducked him. Now Riley ducking those strikes from Sterling. Couldn't avoid the knee. Sterling will go to the rope. Step up enziguri from Riley. Super kick from Sterling. For the cutter, couldn't get it. Super kick from Riley. Again, they're like mirror images of each other, these two.
Whoa!
And a Spanish fly from Riley. Riley to win in his last match. So Sterling ends up with his arm on top, and that time Riley had to kick out. Man, everyone's heart's skipping a beat there.
These two, you said, know each other so well. But I gotta admit, this has been it's been a spectacle, Dave, in my opinion. And I know a spectacle when I see one.
Yeah, even though your choice of spectacles is often questionable.
They look great.
Riley and Sterling out on the apron now. This is indeed a spectacle, and it's not done yet.
They've been fighting everywhere, Dave.
They are wowing the fans here at Yate, as we've seen, whether they're tag team partners or opponents, time and again. The smoking aces.
Oh, yeah. That's it, Sterling. Show him you're the man.
Headbutts from Sterling. Riley barely able to stand. Getting to a precarious position to be in on that apron.
Oh, no.
What is Riley doing?
Ooh.
Riley grabbed those arms. I think he was trying to take Sterling down. Sterling broke free. An axe handle. Hold on now.
On.
This might send Riley into retirement.
He'll end his career, exactly. And it's like, what's going on?
Sterling! Tombstone pile driver on the apron from Charlie Sterling.
He's done.
Is that the end of Nick Riley's career?
Happy retirement, Riley.
The big splash from Sterling and the kick out. Nick Riley's career is still alive.
Unbelievable.
Riley surviving the Tombstone pile driver. The big splash off the top from Charlie Sterling. Nick Riley just holding on here in the final moments of his career.
That's true, he's giving everything he's got until they can't give any more. But what's Sterling going to have to do to beat him? He's going to take it to that next level now.
Sterling giving that arm behind the head. I thought he was going to suplex him. Instead, he's deposited him up on that top turnbuckle. Sterling with Nick Riley. We've already seen a devastating Tombstone pile driver. We might be about to see a superplex here from Sterling.
Whoa.
Riley sends him away. Headbutt though from Sterling. Sterling refusing to be denied here. He's back up there.
Oh, no.
He's going to go for a pile driver. A pile driver off the top here. From the second rope.
Yeah, that's right. You fight, Riley. You get out of that.
I mean, again, he's already been dumped on his head in that tombstone. Oh, thank God he was able to push Sterling away there. Riley.
Whoa!
Into the destroyer. The destroyer. The double underhook.
Oh!
The tiger driver from Nick Riley. Riley, no. Charlie Sterling. Sterling kicks out. And still we go on between these two.
If there's anyone that was going to kick out of those devastating moves by Nick Riley, it would have been his tag team partner, Charlie Sterling. Just like before, Nick kicking out of Charlie's moves.
Yeah, look at the look in Riley's eyes, though. Riley realizes that a fairy tale ending to his 16-year career could be on the horizon. Riley, second rope.
Oh.
Got caught by Sterling. Sterling with a Death Valley driver. And now Sterling.
Oh!
Powerbomb right on the back of the neck of Nick Riley. And Riley down again. Riley refusing to say goodbye here. Sterling so caught in a moment he lost his footing. The knees go up for Riley. Well, that stumble from Sterling could be critical. Sterling kicks out. Riley. Oh, into the cutter. Is that the mistake that ends Riley's career? Maybe not. Riley.
Oh!
Into the pile driver. Nick Riley. Has he? No. It cannot get closer than that.
These guys are going to be fighting forever, Dave. I honestly don't know what more they can do to put each other away. Right on his dome there.
Listen to the chants from the fans. This is chaos, and this is pro wrestling chaos at its finest. A tribute here. This is from the fans to everything Nick Riley has given these fans through the years. Riley, I think he was looking to go to the top, but he's so exhausted now. Took him a long time to get there. Sterling grabbing the leg. Riley's going to go up anyway.
He's doing all he can, Sterling. Doing all he can to defend, protect.
Oh no, wait.
No.
Well, we saw him get that double underhook. We've seen him hit a powerbomb that way. We've seen him hit a pile driver that way. Now he's up on the second rope. Sterling, luckily for Sterling, he got away. And Sterling with the kick to the head of Riley. Now Sterling voluntarily going back up there. Riley on his,
Oh,
Riley
no.
on the shoulder.
What did we see before as well?
Oh, no. Well, we saw a tombstone earlier. Don't tell me. We're gonna see one off the top. Yes, we are. Charlie Sterling with the tombstone, and Riley got the left shoulder up.
How is Nick Riley moving? If that was me, I'd have gone straight to the hospital and asked to stay there for 2 weeks straight. This is insane.
Riley can't give this up. Professional wrestling has been Nick Riley's life, and he knows that a 3 count would spell the end.
The last 16 years of his life have been everything to him. But it's almost like those 16 years have come into one night right now, Dave.
How do you kick out? How do you kick out of a tombstone off the second turnbuckle, for God's sake?
Sterling's clueless. You know what you got to do.
Oscar Harding, the referee, pleading with Sterling. He's saying here, look, Riley's done.
Well, yeah, end the match then. End the match then, Oscar. Sterling's the better smoking ace.
Have some sympathy for the referee. He doesn't want to end Nick Riley's last match this way. Meanwhile, though, Charlie Sterling was tuning up the band.
Like I said, Sterling's got a point to prove, and it's night-night. Oh!
The super kick. And Riley just crumpling down to the mat.
Sterling, what are you doing? I know he's your buddy, I know he's your pal, but this is your career too.
Oh, we saw a little bit of hesitation earlier from Charlie Sterling. Sterling doesn't want to pull the trigger. It's tough for Sterling. Sterling knew this moment might come, that Sterling would have to be the one to end his best friend's career. Does he have it in him to do it? Super kick. He couldn't get the cutter. He couldn't do it. He had that moment where he could have done it. Look how tormented Charlie Sterling is.
Sterling, do you want to be a champion again or what? These things you're just going to have to do. I'm sorry.
You have a little bit of understanding.
Nick would have already beaten him by now if he was in this position.
Riley telling Sterling, telling him to do it.
Oh, see? What?
Riley let him in. Riley got him. Riley! Nick Riley went to the backside.
Yeah, you say that, but then you don't want to get too cocky. I don't like people who are too cocky, to be honest. And,
really?
Well, yeah, obviously, it's quite disrespectful, actually. But yeah, you don't want to be too cocky, because what happens if you do lose that? If you do lose the title, and then, you know, the cash-in fails too, then you're done. I think about rule number 1 first, and try and retain the title, all right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that would be obviously the preferred option for any champion.
Sometimes I have to explain it to you, don't I?
Yeah, it was a fairly elementary point, but we'll take it as one of your better points of the evening. Emerson Jane, the bridge here.
Not letting go, Dave. Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah, back of the head of Leverkusen, though, hitting the canvas pretty hard. Emerson Jane, with all that success, all those championships elsewhere, would love to add to her resume.
Don't forget, she can get pretty crazy too. I've seen some of the stuff online go viral. She's an absolute mental case when it comes to... Oh.
Don't say that too loud, she might hear you.
No, I know, but I say she's an absolute mental case when it comes to doing anything she can and everything possible to win. So what do you think she'd be capable of tonight? I'm quite excited to see Rayne get a run for her money here, you know.
Well, she's certainly going to get that, but Leverkusen has been able to claim victory from seemingly the jaws of defeat on numerous occasions in the past in both of her title reigns to date. And again, Leverkusen, having come back from that career-threatening injury, determined to hold on to that title now. She's got it back. Emerson Jane, though, testing her resolve early on with a couple of pin attempts. Now Leverkusen on top with a pin attempt of her own. Great strength from Emerson Jane to bridge out of that backslide. Got a high angle on it. Look at the split-legged stance from Jane to increase the leverage. Leverkusen kicked out anyway. Jockeying for position here on the backside, these two. Oh, Emerson Jane keeping Leverkusen guessing again. Got those shoulders down. Yeah, Leverkusen deciding that whatever her strategy had been up to this point wasn't working. If it's not working, just hit the woman in the face.
That's just rude, isn't it, really? I mean, Emerson's trying to wrestle here.
It was pretty effective for Leverkusen.
You want to be a fighting champion, fight properly. Don't take cheap shots, am I right?
Well, suddenly you're a bastion of the rule book, aren't you?
Well. I like a good rule or two.
Leverkusen sending her to the ropes. Emerson, Jane holding on. Kicks the shin there to Jane down to her knee. And a low spinning heel kick from Leverkusen. That one, I think, got Emerson Jane right in the jaw. And it got Rayne Leverkusen a 2 count.
Yeah, she's checking that face, checking that jaw. She okay? Oscar says she's all right. Well, she better pack a punch now because Rayne's going to be coming like a freight train at her right now. Oh.
Emerson with great agility.
Wow.
Get out of dodge there. Once more just dodging Leverkusen before firing off a shot of her own with the crossbody. Another 2 count. How many times is that now? Emerson Jane's had, what, 4 or 5 of those near falls on the champion.
Well, it takes an extra second to become Maiden of Chaos, and I think she might do it. She's got that experience. Rayne overcame the odds. She's winner take all, like you said, but has she faced someone like Emerson Jane before? A very unorthodox performer who can absolutely batter you, but then also do some absolutely crazy aerial attacks as well.
Even taking into account the year she's spent injured, Rayne Leverkusen's rise to the top of British wrestling really has been lightning fast.
Yep. But you can come down as just as quick, mate, like you, on your 50th birthday, right?
Can you behave yourself, please?
I'm behaving. I'm just calling the match. You focus, please.
Oh, sorry, it's me who needs to focus. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you bang, 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 all the time, man. God, so annoying.
Leverkusen backed into the corner there. Some damage done to her arm as Emerson Jane with a couple of kicks. Going to bring her out of the corner. Headbutt from Leverkusen. Yeah, but that left shoulder is bothering Leverkusen. Off the second rope. Back elbow from the champion.
Do you think that'll affect some of her usual attacks, usual offense here, Dave?
Well, we'll find out, I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah.
can't even.
There you go. I think you got your answer.
Yep.
Emerson Jane, very strong, very well able to physically maneuver her opponent. We see it there. Picking her up, dropping her with the backbreaker, getting on top for the cover. The left leg hurts and the right shoulder rolling up for the Maiden of Chaos.
Have you seen the moonsault that Emerson Jane does? It's phenomenal.
Thing of beauty, no doubt about it.
And if she's getting that, if it comes down to that, Rayne is done. She needs to dig deep now and really get back on top now, otherwise she's going to have to use that briefcase sometime soon, Dave.
Leverkusen trying to get back to some kind of even keel here. Emerson Jane didn't let it happen. Leverkusen sent hard into the corner. I think the ring moved a couple of inches there. Such was the ferocity of the impact.
Yeah, ref needs to check on Rayne.
Yeah, the lower back of Leverkusen taking the brunt of that.
Whoa.
Now Emerson Jane receiving something of the same treatment on the part of the champion. That's the elbow.
I say keep moving, Rayne, if you want to keep this title.
Jane a little bit rash jumping in there. Leverkusen was able to get out of the way. Headbutt of the turnbuckle by Emerson Jane. Leverkusen gets that kick at the second time of asking.
Oh!
Throws her overhead. Great strength. Leverkusen starting to build up some kind of a head of steam here, but Emerson Jane sidestepped her there. Leverkusen now on the apron, a kick to the side of the head of Emerson Jane. Leverkusen up top. Missile drop right in the face. Right into the face of Emerson Jane, and it was nearly enough for Leverkusen to retain the title.
That was one big fall from Rayne, though. A beautiful drop kick, don't get me wrong, but you got to think of the impact it has on her body as well, right? That shoulder doesn't look too good, Dave, in my opinion. She needs to keep that blood flowing.
Even when you're on offense, the wear and tear of delivering some of these moves can accumulate very, very quickly. Leverkusen, though, you talk about keeping that blood flowing. She's trying to keep herself moving.
Whoop.
Jane was looking for the Dragon Suplex instead. It's a victory roll from Leverkusen. Another 2 count for the champion. What a kick there from Jane. Leverkusen Shot to the side of the head, back and forth.
Emerson ain't going down yet. You're going to have to do more than that.
Pendulum swinging between these two. Very hard to call this one at the moment. Emerson Jane has Leverkusen up on the shoulders.
What?
With a reverse runner from Leverkusen. Running knee into the temple. Jane might be out here. Jane might be out. She recuperated enough to realize where she was and to kick out on 2.5.
Rayne accelerated when she needed to, and she thought that was it. But she's going to have to do more to retain her Maiden of Chaos Championship here. Everyone's going to be gunning for her. I don't think she's faced someone like Emerson Jane before, but think if she can get past Emerson Jane, who's next? What's next? She's got a big target on her back.
Yeah, there's no shortage of potential challenges down the road for whoever wins here.
What a debut that would be for Emerson Jane if she won the Maiden of Chaos, right?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, it would be right up there with the
like
best
my
debuts.
my Rumble appearance, am I right?
It would
be amazing like that, right?
It would be a different kind of debut.
My debut was magnificent.
I found it magnificent, I agree.
Thank you. Oh, this is going to be magnificent. Are we ready?
Leverkusen holding on for dear life to that top rope.
Uh-oh.
Jane going underneath here, looking maybe for a power bomb.
She's got to keep fighting.
Yeah, Leverkusen knows she can't allow herself to fall victim to that.
Whoa!
Shadow facts
Forget
from
about
Emerson Jane.
Forget what happened before. That was absolutely phenomenal. She's going to do something now. Capitalize. Oh!
Got the cutter. Leaping over the top into the cutter, Emerson Jane on her debut for the Maiden of Chaos Championship.
Oh.
And Leverkusen hangs in there just by the tip of her fingers, still in this match.
Fair play to Emerson Jane there, getting back up and delivering some absolutely brutal offense. She is one tough cookie. She isn't to be messed with, Dave. I'd like to put you in the ring with her to see what happens.
Why are you always wishing violence on me?
It would be funny.
Never mind.
Wait,
Emerson Jane.
Look, it's going to happen. She's going for it.
Talked about that moonsault. And it was a thing of beauty, except for the landing, because Leverkusen wasn't there. Leverkusen over the top. Shoulder roll now from the champion. Running in. A headbutt from Leverkusen. Well, she rattled the skull of Emerson Jane, but she hurt herself in the process.
Well, Emerson's on Dream Street. She can't even get up. Is this it?
Leverkusen with that pump handle overhead throw.
Oh.
Look at her arching. Trying for a matrix cutter there. Couldn't get it. Jane tried for the German suplex. Spun her around. Got a kick round the side of the head. And now there is the German suplex. Emerson Jane lining up. Running across the ring.
Oh, she's going for it again. Night-night.
And I couldn't do it. And instead, a German suplex from Leverkusen. A miss of the enziguri from Jane. Leverkusen got that leg. Trying again for another German suplex and delivers it.
She is taking some punishment. Both competitors are here. They're going to have to absolutely batter each other to a pulp before before Rayne lets go of that Maiden of Chaos Championship.
And remember, we talked about it at the start, but if Emerson Jane were to win this...
she caught her.
Leverkusen could, hypothetically, she could use that briefcase if she needed to.
Oh!
And she might need to. Jane just dumped her on her head.
Night-night.
That running knee. Leverkusen might be out here.
That's it.
Champion. No. Narrowly indeed for Leverkusen.
These guys, I don't know what else they need to do. Shows how much the Maiden of Chaos Championship means to him, though, right?
Yeah, Leverkusen just trying to hold on to the ankle there. She saw that Emerson Jane was going to try and climb up the turnbuckles here. Now, Leverkusen following her up there, trying to get a rear waist hook applied. Jane with the elbow, sending Leverkusen away. Leverkusen, second turnbuckle.
No.
Top turnbuckle now. What's she doing here? That top rope. Leverkusen.
Ooh.
A top rope reversal Chaos Rana! The running knee from Leverkusen! Leverkusen on top! Leverkusen on top! And Leverkusen retains the Maiden of Chaos!
Yeah, that boy be thick. He is an absolute unit. Absolute unit. I don't know who'd go down if someone's shoulder tackling or drop kicking or kicking. I don't know what's going to happen. See? They all listen. They want me. I said dance off. They're talking dance off.
Well, if it was you, they'd be saying something else off, I think.
Joe Blazer, you're so cool. Can we have a dance off? That's what they'd say.
Bell rings, here we go, Omari and Jay Joshua. Remember, still the Undisputed King of Chaos Championship match to come. Danny Jones, who we said faced Omari last month, going to take on his former tag team partner, Brendan White, our main event coming up immediately after this match.
Oh, baby.
As you were alluding to, Joe, whoever is to win this has got to be another one who's in that conversation for whoever is the Undisputed King of Chaos after tonight. Remember, we are headed June 7th to the Ashton Park Sports Centre for Total Chaos.
Total Chaos.
ProWrestlingChaos.com, the place to go if you want to join us there. And it will be Danny Jones or Brendan White who's the champion, but one of these two, much like Nico Angelo beat Zosiah earlier, much like Spike Trivet with the win over Harrison Bennett, all of these people got to be right at the top of the list.
Yeah, I mean, it's all to play for in Chaos. It is Total Chaos. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I agree with Spike Trivet, I think, because I'm scared of it, but I think he would be a top pick. But who's to say it could be Jay Joshua or Omari or Nico Angelo or me? But anyway, let's get back to the point of this match. They've not budged. That centre of gravity is both staying absolutely still. They are both not budging.
Jay Joshua right now, the man who won't be moved. Same is true of Omari. There's a cliche somewhere here about an irresistible force and an immovable object.
Oh, yes. Very smart, Jay Joshua, very smart.
Yeah, change of plans for Jay Joshua. But still, he can't really maneuver Omari. Omari with that right elbow hooked over the top rope, preventing him from being sent across the ring.
What?
Attempt to the chop. Omari proving to be elusive here for Jay Joshua. Omari crisscrossing.
Whoa!
And then the cross body stays on top for the cover. And that's been the best bit of action for either of these two so far. Omari getting close.
He didn't even have to jump that far. He just opened up his body and he was there.
Omari,
body what slam. Strength.
Yeah, and again the height there. He's 6'4". It's a long way down on one of those body slams.
Yep.
One count for Joshua kicking out. Joshua, we talked about it, was in the Chaos Cup finals here in Yate last September, losing to James Ellis, who since then has, and as a result of that win, is our first ever internet champion.
I don't think I've seen Jay Joshua being moved around like this, if I'm honest.
Well, I mean, can you think of that many people who could?
Me.
Omari's on a very short list.
Did you just laugh?
That you are not on, I can promise you.
How dare you? But anyway, he is. Omari's moving it, but hey, if Omari can do it, Jay Joshua can do it too.
Yeah, a bit of one-upmanship here.
Like this.
Certainly, the front slam from Joshua into the standing senton. He'll get on top for the cover. It'll be a kick out from Omari. And that's the best little passage of action for Joshua so far.
I needed that opening, he really, really did. But what power from Jay Joshua then. And now it's just ground and pound. That's it, wear him down. Cut him down to half your size, quarter your size. Just cut him down, you got to do it. Because when Omari stands up, he towers over most people, including myself, and maybe you.
It is a rare good point on your part, because if you can take away that vertical base of Omari, then you do take away a lot of the advantages he has, and a lot of the strikes, a lot of the power moves that Omari is able to hit, he certainly can't hit if he's sat down on the canvas.
What advantages do you have? Because I can't think of any.
What are you talking about?
You heard me. What advantages do you have? I can tell you of what advantages Jay Joshua has right now. He has that to say. Oh, did I speak too soon? No.
Oh, he tried to sit down.
Oh!
What he could there to counter, but in the end he Ended up sitting down on the canvas, not on the man. And crucifix pin there from Omari, nearly getting it done. Omari backing Joshua into that corner. He's going to take a run up at him for a second shot at the abdomen. And then a high leg into the face of JJ. Here comes Omari again. Second one of those high legs, just snapping that neck of Joshua backwards. Real whiplash effect there.
Yeah, if one of those legs coming at you, you are gonna be on Dream Street. You are gonna be woozy.
And that's a third
you ain't getting up.
A third one of those without reply, which speaks to the fact, I think, that Joshua isn't able to defend himself at the moment.
I honestly don't know how Josh is still standing, if I'm honest.
Omari's going to go for a fourth. He's had a lot of success so far, but on the fourth time, Joshua threw him over the top to the outside.
That's it. Get him out. Dump him. You got to do what you got to do.
Omari straight back at him, though. Big shot to the face from Omari.
Oh, I've seen this before. Oh!
Omari leaping back in with a double foot stomp.
Those legs, man. Crazy.
Got him hooked up tight here. Joshua kicking out anyway. Joshua and Omari continuing to go back and forth. With 400 plus packed into the Yate Leisure Centre here in Bristol. Always one of the most spectacular nights of the year. Kingdom of Chaos 2025 has been no exception, and we are not done yet. Omari now trying to scoop up Joshua.
Can he do it? Oh! Wait.
Omari just putting his whole body weight there into Joshua. The shoulders were down
powerful.
briefly. Omari did what he could to lift up Joshua, dropped him on his face. Has that stunned Joshua enough? No. 2 count.
That was quite unorthodox from Omari then. I've never seen Jay Joshua lifted like that.
Although saying that, Omari,
tried.
you saw as he rolled him through, got him into that wheelbarrow position. I think Omari is used to being able to lift someone from that position much higher than he was able to get Joshua, because Joshua, such a powerhouse in his own right.
Yeah, like I said, he is a strong boy. Those muscles, that thickness, it's offensive and defensive, Dave.
Omari again looking for the high. I think maybe Joshua has realised what the solution to that is, because that's the second time in a row that Joshua has been able to counter on the attempt of the high leg in the corner from Omari.
Oh, what's he going for here?
Joshua might be trying to lift him maybe for a muscle buster here if he can get him in position. Couldn't do it. Omari's resistance there, enough to take him to the ring apron. And Omari getting fired up.
He's going for that big stomp again.
Omari off the top.
Whoa!
Oh, Joshua caught him. What on earth did Joshua manage to do there? How did he do that? Joshua dropping him. The knee on the way down as well. The cover from Joshua and the kick out from Omari. But my word, what a way to get back into this for Jay Joshua.
He just caught him like he was a baby. Omari isn't a baby. He's a 6'5" giant.
How do you catch someone in midair when they're stomping on your back?
Like I said,
unbelievable.
He is a big and he's a strong boy.
It also takes the timing that takes, the balance that takes.
Well,
just superhuman.
Yeah, and he's sicker than your average. You know this. Oh, I've taken this before. This does not feel good. Block Omari if you want to live, buddy.
I'm going to try and lift him up for this Gotch-style pile driver. Can't get him, and instead Omari with the counter against the shoulders of Joshua. Down another 2 count for Omari. They're back up to their feet, and there's the leg. This time Omari does hit him with the leg. Gut wrench.
Wow.
The sit-out powerbomb. Remarkable power from Omari, and even that's not enough.
The power to move a guy like Jay Joshua. And he got some height on him too.
Oh yeah, he got all of that, no doubt. And the fact that he was able to kick out anyway, incredible testament. Joshua now up on the apron. To the side of the face from Omari. Omari, you can see as he's thinking there, the cog's just turning.
He's got to use those legs to his advantage again. Go on.
Coming over the top once more.
Oh.
Joshua dodges.
Whoa!
Gets the Snap power slam.
I have never seen that before.
Through
Whoa.
the ropes. Over the top into the senton.
Have you seen that before, Dave?
Never in my life.
Incredible. That's it.
And what a running strike there from Jay Joshua. It's not it, but it nearly was. Right shoulder just about up in time for Omari.
I can't believe that. He was in the ropes, and he managed to twist his body around to a devastating power slam. And that flying headbutt. This should be a night-night Omari right now.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of times here some remarkable innovation, particularly from Jay Joshua. And it is Joshua who's back up to his feet. Just about, yes he is. Referee only getting to the count of 4.
Oh, yeah, that's when you know you've got a man beat.
Yeah, Joshua demanding Omari get to his feet. Omari, I don't think is physically able to comply with that, even if he wanted to.
Ref, is he knocked out? Are you going to have to call this match right now? Come on, Stu, do your job.
Whether he's technically conscious or not, it seems like he's a sitting duck here as Omari for Jay Joshua. Maybe not, he's got a little bit of fight left in him, shoving Joshua away. Omari, though, not getting his hands up, not able to defend as Joshua gets those shots to the head. He's able to duck that one, though, Omari. Omari, what's he doing here? Omari has Joshua up on his back.
What?
What is this? From Omari?
Whoa!
Oh, my God! Omari lifting up Joshua by his legs.
That was something like Thanos would do. That was crazy. Or the Hulk.
Omari with the cover and Joshua kicked out of that.
Did you see how he grabbed him and it like almost stopped in time?
How was that even possible?
Oh, my God.
How many times have I said that? The second or third time we've said, how is that possible in this match?
Incredible. Something we finally agree on.
You want to talk about innovation. We're seeing it from Omari now as well as from Jay Joshua. What a kick that is, though, from Joshua. Joshua!
Oh,
dropping him on his head, compressing the spine of Omari, and Jay Joshua wins a great match with Omari. Held the team together. Brendan White more than held up his half of the bargain. Let's go to Jade, get the introductions for our main event.
Give me a headache.
Of Kingdom of Chaos.
This contest is scheduled for 1 fall. And it is for the Undisputed Kingdom of Chaos Championship. Introducing first to my left, your challenger, the Lykos, Brendan White! And to my left, he is your reigning
What's this?
She's clearly not doing it right.
He is the longest reigning King of Chaos. 1,161 days. The better half of the greedy soul.
You're damn
The
right.
reigning and defending undisputed King of Chaos. Maiden son,
He's got a heart made of stone, I'll tell you that much. The way he was able to stab Brendan White in the back to claim that second title.
Who cares? He's champion. You do the same, Dave.
Well, will he still be champion in a few minutes' time? Whose kingdom is it? Is it that of Danny Jones or of Brendan White? The journey these two men have been on for so long together, now very much apart, across each other, enemies, rivals, in this biggest of championship matches. These two staring a hole in each other.
Well, he's clearly not, silly fan. There's a reason that, like he said, he made Jade say, sorry, he is the better half of the Greedy Souls. And I think that's true. Brendan can't get it done.
How tense is this? The quiet conversation between these two before it explodes, and now it does with the collar and elbow tie-up. Jones has White into the corner. Champion immediately, though, as they come out of the corner, grabbing a side headlock. White's going to send him to the ropes here. Shoulder block, Champion sending White down. Not many people can do that with such ease.
But one man can. The one man who can is our champion.
These two known each other for over a decade. Jones, I think, considers him, even though Brendan White's the slightly older of the two, Danny Jones actually been wrestling for longer in terms of professional wrestling. There was some backyarding in Brendan White's early career, but then he took a break from wrestling in the meantime. Danny Jones coming through the ranks, and then when Brendan White decided he wanted to come back, wanted to really make a go of being a pro wrestler, it was Danny Jones who kind of took him under his wing. That's how the Greedy Souls began. I think Jones has maybe always felt that he's the better of the two, that he's the senior member of the team.
And is rightfully so. Because look, he's manhandling Brendan right now.
Yeah, hip toss, that's the second passage of action in a row there where Danny Jones has had the better of it. And I do think that there's a little bit of being conflicted on the part of Brendan White, and I don't think that's the case with Danny Jones. We saw that Danny Jones has no kind of sentimentality at all towards Brendan White, otherwise he wouldn't have done what he did at the Chaos Rumble.
Well, I've said this to you so many times, but Brendan's conflicted because he knows he can't get the job done. But as I was saying before, Danny Jones did what anyone would do to be at the top of Chaos. You do it, I do it 10 times over.
I wouldn't do that to my best friend.
Oh, best friend, who cares, man? You don't have any friends anyway. But the point being, like we're seeing right now, Danny knew Brendan couldn't do it.
Okay.
Danny is the most devastated champion that Chaos has seen in the longest time, and it's going to remain that way.
Jones is very much on top here in these first few moments. Clothesline follows up immediately with the elbow. No wasted motion, a 1 count only though. These two trained together, they've tagged together. I talked about some of the titles that they've won as a tag team.
Well, Brendan wouldn't have been able to do that without Danny.
But even as singles wrestlers, their careers kind of run in tandem. I talked about when Brendan White lost that All Wales title at the Kingdom of Chaos 2023. That was the exact same night when Danny Jones' 3+ year reign as King of Chaos came to an end. Careers mirror each other in so many ways.
Oh!
Slap to the face. And now Brendan White finally showing some signs of life here. He gets this chance to challenge for the Undisputed King of Chaos title. Title, but by all rights, he should have won outright at the Chaos Rumble in December.
No. He didn't see Danny there. It's not.
He certainly saw him because Danny Jones came out to celebrate with him, or so we thought. Jeffrey Degnan, our esteemed general manager, making the rules up as he went along that night, as he so often does. As Danny Jones, after taking an elbow there, going to the outside. Look at this though, White not giving him any time to get his breath back. Sending him face first into the ring there and chopping him across the chest.
That's it, Danny, move. That's it, get back in the ring. You got to understand that Mr. Degnan does stuff for the good of Chaos, right? And what's the best thing for Chaos? Danny Jones leading the way.
Well, why don't you ask the Chaos Club if they prefer to have Danny Jones or Brendan White as their champion?
Don't know what they're talking about. If Brendan White was champion, this place wouldn't be what it is today. Hands down. All right?
It would be different. It might be different for the better as White goes for the cover. I think a lot of people would think that this tyrannical rule that we're seeing from Jeffrey Degnan is this megalomaniac who's decided that he has the right as general manager to handpick his own champion.
Well, does he run the place? Yes. Can he do that? Yes. Can you shut your mouth? Definitely.
Yeah, does he write your paychecks? Yes.
Yes.
And that kind of explains your adamant support of him.
Thank you, Mr. Degnan. I appreciate it.
Meanwhile, Wild Jones here. Once more, gaining the upper hand, but White has that spare right hand that he used to get a couple of shots in there. White trying to lift up Jones. Jones with the knees. And White sent to the ropes.
Oh!
Knee buried deep into the abdomen there.
But that's why I'm saying Danny's the champion that we all need. He's got an answer for everything. He's unstoppable.
Well, if he's such a great champion, why has he not been a fighting champion? Since he won that title in December, it's been crazy. I mean, you would think that a champion of Danny Jones' caliber, talks about how he's the longest reigning King of Chaos ever. You'd think he'd want to defend the title month in, month out, but that hasn't happened.
Listen, I know a few things about being an attraction, all right? Danny Jones is an attraction. When he is at Chaos, people flock to the show, all right?
All right, well, he was here last month. He took on Omari. Why did that have to be a non-title match? Title could have been on the line then.
Well,
what's he scared of?
He's not scared of anything. What I'm trying to say is he can defend it when he wants and when it truly, truly matters. Omari needed to show himself. He needed to prove himself. This is only happening now because Brendan Flute got a win in a gauntlet match.
I was going to say, you think about the number of hoops that Brendan White's had to jump through to get a shot at Danny Jones.
As he should.
When White should have been the champion in the first place, having to beat, 6 people last month in a gauntlet match.
Oh, you can hear those screams from Brendan right now. Oh. They sound quite musical, don't they?
You are psychotic.
I'm not psychotic. I'm Joe Blazer. But I'll just say it as I see it.
Jones, another shot to Brendan White, and every one of these hard strikes certainly doing more damage here to the chances of Brendan White walking out of Kingdom of Chaos as the undisputed king.
And he's retreating to the outside. Would a real champion do that? No.
Well, we've already seen Jones do that in this match.
No, he wasn't doing that. He was getting a breather. Brendan's doing that because he can't take anymore. He doesn't want any punishment.
It's completely different when White does it, is it?
You're damn right.
Uppercut from Jones.
But I've never seen Brendan take punishment like this.
I will agree with you there. It's a rare sight to see Brendan White dominated in the way he has been for 80-90% of this match so far by Danny Jones.
Yep, he's not really had a lick in at all, really, to be honest. Proves how dominant Danny is as a champion. He's made of stone.
Yeah, made of stone might be the moniker by which Danny Jones goes, but Brendan White known as the workhorse, and we're seeing why. Look at these shots from White.
Danny, do something.
Flurry of elbows from White. Jones with another knee to the midsection. Scooped up there, couldn't lift him, couldn't keep him up for the body slam. Oh, he gets him that time. Might be a body slam party at the Yale Leisure Centre.
Danny, stay down. Stay down for a second. Roll out. Stop it. What are you doing?
Oh, Jones so discombobulated he didn't know where he was. Running senton from White. White.
Kick out.
Could this be the moment? No. 2 count for Brendan White, but encouraging signs here for the challenger.
How many was that? 5, 6? I bet you 10 English pounds he doesn't get another one.
I'm not sure you even have 10 English pounds, do you?
I have 15.
I saw you at the interval asking someone for money.
What? No, I wasn't. They wanted to buy a picture. Who wouldn't want to buy a picture of this face?
White gonna get that ripcord lariat attempt. Jones tried to revert or tried to counter with the enziguri. Instead, it ends up with a German suplex by White. White gets him with a Billy Robinson backbreaker.
Danny, kick out.
Here comes the cover from White. There's a 2 count for Brendan White. Lifted him up high, dropping him into the backbreaker for a 2 count.
I'm shocked to see what's happening with Danny right now. I've not seen him in this position for a long time. Brendan needs to capitalise and do something quick. No, he's too busy with his fans. Too busy. Oh, everyone loved me. Everyone loved me.
And White was trying just to get his breath just for a split second
I
there
don't
before
think
he
so.
went up for the turnbuckle in the end, though. He got the knee and the suplex from Danny Jones. Jones testing whether he's done enough to put White down, and the answer was no.
Get your breath back or not. When you're trying to, if you're trying to do that, Danny Jones is going to get right back on you and decimate you, just like he did then. Brendan's going to have to be the workhorse that he thinks he is and really, really dig deep if he wants to.
The workhorse that he thinks he is.
Yeah, well...
We all know that he is.
Listen.
Thank you.
Listen, you don't call yourself things, right? You earn them.
How many things do you call yourself?
No, I'm the admired Joe Blazer because
Okay.
I'm admired by everyone in this room. Do you really think Brendan's worked that hard to earn that moniker?
Of course he has.
Danny
Everything he's been through. Look at everything that these two, in fact, have been through together as White tries to lift up Jones.
Whoa.
Talked about that Cage of Chaos match at this event last year when they worked together to take out Severance, that vicious group run by Joseph Connors. They worked together then, they're certainly not now. The Falcon Arrow from Danny Jones and the kick out from White. It's heartbreaking when you think of everything. You can think of so many more examples of things that these two went through together, and then Danny Jones willing to throw it all away just because Jeffrey Degnan told him to.
I didn't tell him to. Are you stupid, Dave? If the opportunity of the Undisputed King of Chaos Championship came into your hands, you would do anything, and I mean anything, to become champion, all right?
I don't think that's true of most people. I don't think you'd do it if you would know deep down that you hadn't legitimately won the title.
No, well, if you're champion, if it says, who is the champion? Oh, it's got my name on the nameplate, then you're champion. Nothing else matters.
He knows there's an asterisk next to it. Because Jeffrey Degnan had to assist him to do it.
No, he didn't. He took the opportunity that was given to him, and now he's a champion.
Well, let him prove it here. If he can beat Brendan White without Jeffrey Degnan out here, which I guess to his credit, he's not out here at the moment.
He has been doing. Have you seen
him? He hasn't won the match yet. If he wins the match, we'll have the conversation.
You stress me out, mate.
Shots from Danny Jones here, trying to batter out of the ropes. Listen to the support for Brendan White. It's night and day, the reaction when these two land strikes on each other.
Well, everything that Brendan's giving, Danny's giving it back twice as hard here. Case in point.
A shot from Jones. White, they followed him to the ropes, got one of his own. Now Jones doing the same. White tried to follow him. Jones saw him coming that time. Breaking through the clothesline, attempt and firing back with a lariat.
Ain't nothing stopping Maiden Stone, Danny Jones, baby.
Go to the ropes again. Whoa! Oh, he gets caught. Nailed him with the black hole slam, but Jones rolling under that bottom rope.
He is a clever, clever boy. That's why he's champion. That's why he's Mr. Degnam's top pick. And that's why Brendan is in no way going to beat him. Not a chance.
Well, I'm sure. We know that Degnan is here. We saw him accompanying Jones to the ring.
As you would.
He's going to be backstage, not far away, looking at this on a monitor and hoping that his meal ticket pays off for him. He has gone all in on Danny Jones, as Jeffrey Degnan. And now, the greedy souls colliding here, up on the apron. And once more, let's remember that Jones choosing to wear those greedy souls trunks to try and play more mind games here with Brendan White. It seems not to be working. White getting the upper hand. A kick from Jones.
The upper hand, watch this. Oh no. What? Oh!
On the edge of the ring, the Death Valley driver.
Ref, check on our champ.
If White can get up here, if he can quickly roll Danny Jones back into the ring, we're going to have a new champion. I don't know if White's got anything left.
You know what, Danny? Stay down.
We said earlier about the wear and tear, even when you're on offense. And Brendan White took a lot out of himself, hitting that Death Valley driver on the apron. We could have a double count out here.
That wouldn't be so bad, if I'm honest. The championship would go home with the right person.
You want a double count out in the main event of Kingdom of Chaos?
Well, it's what happens sometimes.
Referee's up to a count of 6. 7 now. Jones rolling in. White still out there on 9, but gets in just prior to the count of 10. The match will continue.
Just making it back in, Brendan White. Like he's done all his whole career, chasing Danny.
And we're back to where we started, the two of them across the ring from each other. Jones charged in. A German suplex from White. White, moonsault, nailed it. On top, shoulders down, leg hooked, and Brendan White got a 2 3/4.
I have seen that move put people away before, but he's going to have to do a hell of a lot more than that to put down Danny Jones. Does he really want this championship? Or is it just because he's jealous of his former tag partner?
Is that a serious question?
It's not a question, it's a statement.
It was a question. It's not one that's worthy of a response, I don't think. Of course he wants the title.
Yeah, of course, so it boosts his ego. So all these weird cardboard head-shaped things can be waved around even more. That's all he wants.
He's trying for the black hole slam again. Didn't get it. The boot goes up from Jones.
Ooh.
Jones adjusting position.
Whoa!
Pile driver from Jones.
That's it.
Jones on top. Leg hooked on the foot. Foot is on the bottom rope. The foot is on the bottom rope. Great call from referee Oscar Harding, noticing the foot on the rope. Jones doesn't like it, but frankly, who cares?
That is just luck. That is just luck he ended up in that position.
It's not luck. He put his foot there.
Well, no, he didn't. It just happened because he was getting pinned so tightly by Danny Jones. Yeah, you tell the ref. You tell the ref.
What is this?
Oh,
I think
what?
Jones is beckoning for Jeffrey Degnan to come out here.
Yes, there he is. You tell him.
Degnan is furious at the referee for doing his job.
No, dude's doing his job wrong. You tell him.
Oh, he's just thrown Jones the championship belt.
What are you doing? Do you want to be fired, Oscar?
And Degnan, I think, is ordering Harding as a low blow. A low blow from Jones on White. While Degnan's distracted the referee. He's supposed to be our general manager, for God's sake.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Now Jones. Dossie Guskin from Jones.
Ref, do your job.
This is an outrage. This is an absolute
Here we go.
outrage. Yes. Yes. Thank God for that.
How? How? Mr. Degnan, do something.
How's that plan going, Degnan? And Degnan's getting in the ring.
It's his ring. He can do what he wants.
Oh, he can attack the referee.
Oh,
he
yes.
can attack the referee, can he?
That's it. Here we go. Prove your point. Send him packing. The dream is over.
They're both a disgrace. They deserve each other, Degnan and Jones.
Do it.
Oh, Degnan!
No!
Degnan got hit. Degnan got hit with the title.
No.
Jones trying to come after White. Black hole
No!
slam. Pin him. Pin him.
No.
Where's the ref? Get that referee there, quick! Oscar,
Kick out,
do it!
Danny!
Do it! Do it!
No!
Do it! Oscar he's up to 2, and they
Kick
got
out!
3.
Yes!
No, it's a kick out. A kick
Yes!
out. A kick out from Danny Jones.
Oh, thank God.
Damn it!
Damn it! Why are you rooting for Brendan? You're not being impartial right now.
Oh, like you are.
I want.
Yes, Mr. Degnan. No, Mr. Degnan.
Thank you for my money, Mr. Degnan. Yes, of course. Are you stupid? He used that to his advantage then, Brendan. That's not on.
Brendan White getting so close after that second black hole slam. Degnan has been wiped out. Referee Oscar Harding still recuperating.
He can't officiate properly like this.
If Harding hadn't been assaulted by Degnan, he would have been able to be in position quicker. He would have registered the 3 count for White. Degnan again just trying to change the course of Pro Wrestling Chaos history in a way that suits him. And White has hit Jones so hard he knocked himself over in the process. White, as the crowd chanting one more time, they want to see him hit Danny Jones again and again. There's not enough left in the tank. He put so much behind each one of those strikes, he's dropping himself down to his knees. Look at White, look at his elbows. So much hurt, so much fury behind every one of them. Trying to give him the black hole slam. That time, Jones got him, and then hits a dragon suplex.
That's it, Danny. Yes, go on.
Shining wizard from Danny Jones. A hook of the leg from Jones. Jones might steal it here. And Brendan White still in it somehow.
Just stay down, Brendan. You don't deserve it anyway.
Well, you're quite the motivational speaker, aren't you?
But he doesn't. I like the things the way they are. And this egotistical maniac Brendan White trying to take it all away from us.
Danny Jones looks like he's going to be first back up to his feet.
As he should be. He is the champ. He is the man.
Trying for another pile driver here, maybe. Can't get it. Back body drop from Brendan White. White telling Jones to get up, demanding he gets up. Running knee. Got him right in the face.
No.
White. Oh, moonsault. Jones moved. Jones moved. Jones. Jones, another pile driver. Another pile driver
That's
from
it.
Danny Jones, who gets on top
Still
of the
champion.
pin. And White is still in it. Brendan White is still in it. Wild. Completely wild. How on earth is Brendan White still moving?
I ask you the same thing. He's got heart, I'll give him that. He's got heart. But he can't get the job done. He won't.
Jones still barking at the referee. Thinks he can do what he likes, thinks he runs the place here because he's allied with Degnan.
Well, no, it's because he's champion, all right?
And he's got the belt again. What's he going to do? Is he going to use the belt right in front of the ref?
Might as well.
Yeah, get himself intentionally disqualified and hold on to the title that way.
It would be better for everyone, that. No. Oscar!
And Harding just trying to do the right thing here and get that belt out of the hands of Jones. Well, that was a bold thing to do from Oscar. For the second time in this match, Oscar Harding getting assaulted.
That's it. DQ him. Disqualify him, Oscar. Do your job properly. Disqualify him.
He's daring him. Jones is daring him to ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Do it.
Don't do it.
Ring the bell, Oscar. Ring it. Do it.
Oh, Harding says no. Oscar Harding telling Danny Jones, you're not going to win this match by taking a shortcut. Not this time. White got him.
Oh.
White got a hold of him. Black hole slam for the third time. White picks him up. There's no Degnan to save Danny Jones.
Danny!
From another black hole slam.
No!
Brendan White on top. And Brendan White is the undisputed